Hello fellow Knobheads and beat people. I'm George, the Gentleman Rocker, and today I want to talk with you about my JamDrops. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you should, and I will link my Instagram account in the description below and maybe even do a little text in here. And what I'm doing at Instagram is I'm posting roughly every day, not always, but I try to do it every day, a small kind of pattern that I do in a really short time, so you just get the basic pattern and I'll post it with a little animation or something like that. And in this video I want to show you how I'm approaching it. And what I did, I recorded my jam drop from yesterday, doing it live on the iPhone. So I started the screen recording software, did my jam drop on the iPhone, and this is a video I'm having here. And now I will run you through what I basically do every time I do a jam drop, and afterwards I want to tell you why I do it. So let's start. I have to put on the headphones as I need to hear what I'm doing. So yeah, let's go. So the first thing I do when I start is I click the auto generate to generate new names every time I click, till I find something that I think it's useful, Fuichi in this case. And the software I'm using is Figure from Propellerhead, and you have some drum kits. I really like this one, so I didn't even change it. It's an urban drum kit, and yeah, you have some autoplay stuff. And when you record the stuff like the hi-hats in this instance, it will drop to the beat if you start in the beginning. So as you hear, I'm just testing out when to change the hi-hat from close to open. That's what I'm doing with my finger swiping left and right. Yeah, and having a rough idea what I will do, I started recording. Didn't hit it the first time, so if you overdub, it just records over your movement, as it doesn't really record what you're playing but what you're doing on the playing surface. So you can redo it as often as you want. After that I rehearse the kick, and as you have seen, when you start record and come to the end of the pattern, it will start quantized. So yeah, now I drop in the snare, and as I was recording this over AirPlay on my PC, it was just a little bit out of sync, so I had to redo it a few times. Normally I hit it better, so that's what I'm doing here. And basically the idea of the beat is just to give an idea what the beat could be in a final project. Like this bongos, I don't think I will use bongos if I turn this into a song. It's just to give it a feel what the beat could, in what direction it could go, as I wouldn't use this particular beat. I would and will probably use the bass and the synth lines from it. So, and here I had this idea of sliding the bass like a bass guitar, or I play a diddly bow, so I slide notes often, but I didn't like the sound. So yeah, there's a lot of synths in it. This was too low for me. Yeah, I like the sound. I try to get an idea what I will play. Yeah, and if it's okay, I'll start recording it. And yeah, I will wait till it runs again from the beginning. So this way I have a loop. And as you have seen, I started recording a little bit before the break to the start of the pattern. This way it will be in sync. And after that I play with the sound, in this instance the filter, and just pick out the sound I wanted to have. And in this instance I wanted to have a little bit of play in the filter, so you can record your movement of the setting. And I just slowly moved the filter resonance up a bit and played a little bit with the frequency, but not too much. Yeah, and it will loop this. So then I go to the lead synth. I didn't really like the sound, but I tend to play a melody or chord progression or note progression first with the sound that's there, and then change it afterwards. This way I play melodies that really work. And as you can see, there are some sounds afterwards that don't really work with it. But yeah, first I have to record it. And I first had this chord progression idea, but I tended to go to this sliding of notes thing that the bass also does. The bass line has this sliding notes, and I wanted to have it in the lead too. So yeah, I added it. And as you have seen, probably there was a little error in the end, so I just recorded again, and now it works. It was in the middle somewhere. And as you can see, there's no settings for the sound, and I don't really like it, so just this doesn't work at all. Yeah, that don't work either, so I just flicked through some of the sounds. This is the one I had, and I really like this one. And there was a flavors effect that just changes the sound slightly from left to right, so you can change the sound in one ear and another way in the other. So just slightly differences, but I record this pattern of changing the sound to make it feel more organic. Yeah, and after recording one round of 8 bars, I took a look at the other setting, the brightness setting, which, yeah, I took it back to the sound, changed it a little bit, and didn't want to play with the delay, as I said it's good this way. Yeah, and after that I go to the mixer page. This is where you can set up the side chaining, and you can see the low level intense is how much they are ducked from the beat, so you can play with the side chaining and yeah, the levels of the sounds. And I like the bass line to be up front, and this where I'm done. I press save. This is how it's saved, and yeah, I will start playing around with it a little bit after this. So what I'm doing with this is I'm really working on some songs now, and yeah, I don't want to get out of this playing and getting new ideas every time you play. And I chose this idea to just drop out some, maybe sometimes crazy ideas. There's some stuff in there that I will not use, but some of this sounds sticked, and I will do a song collection with them, like a little EP or something like that, where we'll take the audio from the synth, the bass, sometimes even the kick or rhythm stuff, and do some songs on it. But right now I'm trying to do a song every day. So I sit down, do a little like 10-minute jamming, pushing out an idea without time to really overdo it. And I want to see how much of it sticks. Right now I have 7 or 8 songs or pattern that I really like and would like to see made into songs from me. So I'm trying to throw stuff on the wall, as you say, and see what sticks. And I will do this maybe another month or so, and I will put them online here also, like collections of 10 patterns, and do some videos on them. But if you go to Instagram, you'll get one nearly daily, and some other stuff I do. So you can take a look at this. And the idea is to produce ideas every day and see how much of it is really good, and not get out of touch with creating when you're doing some mastering stuff, as I'm doing right now. And there's some stuff in the background that I'm working on that just takes me away from my synthesizers and my music. So this is a little drop, that's why I called them JamDrops, of time, that is a small bubble of time that I take nearly every day to just produce some short stuff. And I will do some songs from that pattern generated in this JamDrops setup, and we'll use Gadget for that. And my idea is to stream the making from these patterns to the songs in like Twitch or YouTube. I don't really know where I will go with that. As YouTube is working right now, probably Twitch and YouTube. So live on Twitch, later on YouTube, like slimmed down versions of it. And that's what I do. As I said, I will start putting online, like every 2 weeks or so, a collection of JamDrops just for you if you're only on YouTube. But if you want to stay in touch and get them really fresh, follow me on Instagram. If you liked this video, like it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't got it. I am working on some stuff right now to do more hardware. My studio is in a zone where there's a lot of construction in the last months or so, and they're not done. I'm right now filming in the morning, hoping that I will not get too much noise, but you never know. So follow me on Instagram, like, subscribe. See you later, guys.